welcome to another build. So today, well, it wasn't today, it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday morning. Yesterday morning, as I uploaded the video, I discussed how I ended up making another build later on. So it took me absolutely ages to find out how to make this build. I've been wanting to do a restaurant in Oasis Springs for my special save for the longest time, and I've really been wanting to make this almost coastal vibe kind of thing, because this area in Oasis Springs is right opposite a pond. So I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do, but how do I do it? Because I was still in the mindset of I really do not want to make a build that is just way too wide. I'm just so serious when it comes to builds like this. Like, I just do not like it when builds are way too wide and it doesn't feel like, oh, this is what you could potentially live in. It's another day, every day me fighting with the Sims 4 building engine. However, with this build, I did this particular style I've been wanting to do for a long time. Like, I wanted to do the modern build, but I didn't want to do the modern build in the way that I've been doing the modern build. And as you see throughout this road, I've been doing the modern build a bit too minimalistic. I didn't want to make this minimalistic. I wanted to make it modern, but I wanted to add the elements of the coastal vibes, add the elements of where this build is actually situated at. So I needed to combine the coastal vibe and the modern vibe to create this, and I feel like I did a pretty decent job at that. So I'm very proud of it. You can hear from my voice, I'm very excited about it, because as I said before, it takes me sometimes when I really don't like a build, or it's been ages and ages of me trying to make a build, when I finally find a build and I finally start to like it, yeah, I'm golden for that. Like, I'm absolutely golden with this build. I think I redid it 2-3 times before I settled on this, and even after I settled on it and I filmed everything, because this is the build that I did to completion and in one recording as well. Like, come on. But in one take did I do this entire build. But with this build, it's the one that I've been really on the fence about a lot. That and the flat, I think I've come to terms with it, because I've done a terraced house today. I just need to decorate the upstairs of one of them, but there's also the neighbors that I really want to decorate, because if you know what British terraced houses look like, there's normally one that's wooden, and then there's normally just an ultra modern one in the midst of all of them. And I kind of did that. So I'm really fascinated with the interior of the old-fashioned one, but I'm also really fascinated with the interior of the modern one. So I'm telling myself I really want to do both, but I feel like I'll end up burning out, and that's going to end up causing me not to upload for 6 days. So I'm trying to draw myself back from that terraced house build, and I feel like maybe just doing the interior of one of the many apartments I've built. Yeah, you've probably noticed that a lot within my build. I do tend to do a lot of builds where you can house multiple Sims at a time, because I feel like you can have small, I don't want necessarily smaller lots, but I love the idea of apartments so much, but the functionality of apartments sometimes, it's I really do wish I could make my own truly 100% Sims 4 style functional apartments, but I have to stick with the way I do it now, where there is one entry point, one exit point, and the doors are normally locked for any other occupants that I then put inside the houses. So the townhouse that I built not too long ago, and the apartment to the right of this build, and many more that I've created. The terraced house, the apartment I built literally yesterday, a lot of them I just end up doing that. So I've got this really big fascination with apartment. So I feel like decorating one of the apartments. Normally I end up just moving one sim and then just having the empty houses or apartments on the side. but today I actually feel like decorating one of them, doing the interior. So I think the apartment to the right, I really want to do that because I feel like doing a little bit of a mini Sims vlog of one of my Sims. But the problem is the Sim I originally wanted to do it for is one of Bella Goth's descendants, and I want to do this completely different thing for her. So I don't know what to do. So I'm getting like really like there's so much I want to do and nothing I want to do at all. Like I want to build another apartment. I know it sounds so bad. I think that's why I'm redoing the flat, because I've got this energy, this feeling, this want to just create another flat / apartment, another build where you can house multiple Sims. But I am really forcing myself not to do that. I think it's going to take me quite a while to do like singular homes, but however though, I am also feeling this urge to create a match, and I have no idea where this urge has come from. It's been lingering at the back of my mind. I want to do this massive celebrity mansion for my celebrity save file, but I'm so like backed up with all my builds that if I do that, I don't think you're gonna see the light of day for half of my builds, because by the time I want to upload them, I'm gonna look at it and I'm be like, I absolutely hate it now. That's no longer my build and stuff. And it's what's been happening with a few of my builds where I built their apartment. There was actually another house built there, but that I was supposed to upload, but then I was like, oh, I just don't like it. So I deleted it, and I now potentially have to delete the recording of it because I won't be able to do everything I normally do for these builds, like making cinematic intros, making the house tours and everything like that, because I got rid of it so I can do that apartment. It's what happens when you have such a big backlog where your building style is constantly developing, and then you're just not wanting to really touch your older builds. And I think another thing with my older builds, I don't want to touch them because I didn't have the same mindset I have now when I build. So the mindset I have now when I build, which I discussed a little bit yesterday in yesterday's video, is that when I build now, I try and keep the packs that I utilize consistent and concise. So I try and keep it to 2 to 3 packs. I think in this one though, I ended up using like 7 packs. Actually, I've got it down here somewhere, so I won't be able to give you guys like the proper full names, but I can give you a little bit. So in this build, what I'm aware of, the CC packs that I used was LittleDica's fast food pack. There's a more technical term for it. There's a proper name they've given that pack, but I'm not too sure what that pack name is. I just know it as the burger joint place, the one that mimics McDonald's. So I use that for the chairs. I use that for the chairs, and also used it for the lighting in the sitting area. So do you know how normally when you go into restaurants and you have to sit in this area before you actually get seated, especially if the place is full? This place was not full. This place was not, must be so serious, right? This place was not full, but I loved that Sim sat there because then I could have a little shot of the skylight and the seats and everything. I just love that little nook. It's kind of making me want to build an old glass house, but I'm gonna save that for another time so I don't get burnt out, because I know if I try and make an old glass house, how technical and difficult that's gonna be is gonna end up really irking me when it comes to the logistics of it. Like I think that's the problem with most of my builds. I end up getting so in my head about all these ideas I have and all these inspirations I have. I end up just being very annoyed when it doesn't end up being what I want it to be. But I've discussed that multiple times in previous videos, so I won't delve into that topic too much. But as you can see here, I am now using those LittleDica chairs thingies. They are so much nicer than the dine out ones. I do enjoy the dine out ones in terms of I've used it for the diner, but these ones are just more chill, and I like the mesh of these more than the dine out ones. The dine out ones actually kind of look like is in between Max's Match and Alpha. But these ones I absolutely adore. Chef's Kiss 10 out of 10, I absolutely adore them. And with the chairs, now I'm putting on the tables and everything like that. Those are from the Boho Living CC pack, which is where you normally see my rugs or my plants, all those beautiful plants I use. Those are normally where the chairs are from. It's also where you're going to see, I think this love seat is also from the Boho Living, and so will the chairs in this entire section. And I think I put a coffee table that is also from that exact same pack, and so is all the hanging plants and everything like that, and the chandeliers and bathrooms, that's also from this pack. It's when I do that one video where I discuss my favorite CC building packs, you're gonna see the Boho Living pack there 100%, because I use it in almost every single build. I had to stop myself before, but now I think it should just permanently be in my caption. Even if I'm doing a no CC build, I'll just be like, no CC, but Boho Living. Boho Living will be there. What I also used when it comes to the bathroom, since we're on that topic, I used the Fiona Bathroom thing from the same creator who made the Eliza bedroom pack. I'm not too sure if the creator is called Eliza or if that was just one of the packs. It's just I know that I love using the Eliza pack because it has these hanging wooden things that are so beautiful. It's just I never make rooms big enough to put them in most of the time, or to really utilize the curtain features of them, but it's such a beautiful pack and such a beautiful thing. I just love things in cedars. When I play, all the walls are up, and sometimes I just get into a lower level of the house, just this literally have this almost on this not this that word view of the build. But what else did I use? Oh, I also used the Platinum Luxe bathroom for the sinks, I believe. Yes, yeah. These are one of my favorite sinks ever. They're so beautiful for the bathroom and they place perfectly on top. And I think I also may have used them. Did I use this for the other restaurant build? I'm not too sure, but you've probably seen them in multiple places. I love them though. One of my favorites. The bathroom, actually, now we're on to the bathroom. I did struggle slightly doing it just because it just felt so empty. But then I was thinking to myself, the fairy cabin that I did earlier this week, as much as I adored, since it has so much stuff on it, it is very... It's not very laggy, but it can be quite laggy. This build, however, for my laptop, my non-gaming specific, it's not a gaming laptop, it's a normal laptop. It's a laptop I use to do my university work. On my laptop, it ran quite well. What I also used, I used the CWB Bristol Kitchen kitchen counters for the bathroom counters, so that's what I used there. I also used LittleDica's Grindhouse, I believe, the what's it called, the coffee shop pack that they did. I used that as well for the doors of this build because again it was a mesh between the woods and everything like that. And I think that's it. And that's brilliant because now we're gonna get into the house tour. I talked about the build this time. I was so proud of myself. But anyway, guys, that was the video today. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you guys like, subscribe, and also comment anything you want me to do for my future videos. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.